So The Dark Knight Returns, and it was awesome. And I'm really talking about part one, and I'll do like part two in a different video because that's literally a whole video by itself. But let's get into part one and why I like it more than part two. Not only does it give us a reason behind why he changed to his iconic black and gray, which is an arguably better costume. I really wish we started out with that. But let's begin this review kind of sort of thingy. So honestly, I'm gonna go into full video analyzer mode. You know what I'm saying? I have to critique, I have to talk about this because this follows the story of a retired Batman, or at least at the moment, you know what I'm saying? You already know Bruce gonna come back. So he is honestly seeking thrills. This is a man who has lost his will, and his will being Batman. He is Batman. And I don't know how many times that different media has to constantly tell y'all that Bruce Wayne is the face, but Batman is Batman. Batman is Bruce Wayne, is who he truly is. Bruce Wayne died in that alley, and what was left was a man who was so angry at the world and angry at crime for what it took from him. And honestly, you know this already, so let's get into the angry, bitter old man version of this character who has progressed through years and years of adversity, crime, chaos, loss, etc., to become the man he is today. This man is seeking thrills. He's trying to find a reason to go on. So he's taken up actually drinking alcohol instead of fooling the masses into thinking that, oh, it is what it is, but it really isn't, you know? And honestly, that kind of breaks me because there's one line in his entire retirement speech with Jim Gordon that got to me. He said, "It makes it easier." And what is that? Well, to stay retired. Meaning that he has to force himself into alcoholism just to keep his sanity because he just genuinely is itching to become Batman again. Like, this man is torturing himself because he knows what he wants to do, it isn't the right thing. At least that's what everyone in his circle is telling him. He's lost every Robin, he's lost Batman, he's lost his identity. And he's a broken man just waiting to die in a giant, expensive coffin, I might add you. Like, it's crazy. Like, Jesus Christ, just, and Alfred's still alive? Like, bro, what are they feeding this man? Anyways, so to be perfectly honest, this movie, it speaks to me. And I was actually working out while I was rewatching this movie. Like, I love this movie so much because of the lines, the dialogue, the voice actors. They all bring it their A game. Honestly, this Batman is honestly my Batman. Like I know Kevin Conroy is still my favorite Batman, but this Batman here, he's the most alone. He's the most isolated. He's the most tortured, in my opinion, because every Batman has their version of inner turmoil, but this Batman, the world is telling him he can't be Batman anymore. Despite the fact that this man still got it. This man still can hang with the best of them, and he proves it in this movie. I like this Batman because throughout everything, throughout all of the problems that Gotham has, the love for his city persists no matter what. He becomes Batman again because he's had enough. This man is watching his city tear itself apart through fear and violence and aggression, and he wants it to stop. And he is the only one capable of bringing this down. But this Batman has an edge to him. From the moment he comes back, there is this pent-up anger that is finally brought to the surface. He is Batman, the Batman that we all wanted him to be, the Batman that us fanboys all geek out about because this is the Batman that we want. Despite whatever a fan wants to tell you, Batman should kill. And does this Batman go to that length? Honestly, throughout the movie, they play it pretty safe to the neck. Like, the most you see him do that is definitive death is him throwing a mutant gang member through a goddamn sign and watches him get electrocuted. That was in the movie. And Batman feels nothing. It's not elation, not happiness, it's just nothing. Because he knows that this was coming a long time. He's had his time to be angry. He's had his time to show the world his anger. And now he has a mission. He's calculated. He has literally a list of criminals to take down. Like, literally. And when he talks to Gordon about Two-Face in this movie, he's really talking about himself. And obviously this stuff is obvious. This stuff is clear as day. But honestly, I enjoy this movie so much. And I just love the fact that the mutant leader gets what's coming to him. The most vile and disgusting criminal he has ever faced since the Joker finally gets his comeuppance and he punishes crime. This is the epitome of him punishing crime. And again, this is foolproof. He embarrasses the mutant leader. He brought the entire organization to his knees by just fighting one man, because he is himself one man. He has done and sacrificed through years and decades of being Batman, has lost so much, and he still wants to give to this city. The city that hurt him, the city that took his family from him, the city that took his Robin from him. So what does he do? He keeps fighting. No matter how old he is, no matter how much his body tells him that he can't do it anymore, he keeps fighting. He fights the good fight and even gets some help along the way. And honestly, this story is my favorite because, like he said, this is an operating table and I'm the surgeon. God, that line killed me. Anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts.